Hi, my house is freezing, but it made me think about the animal that genuinely shocks me at how it stays warm in a cold environment. And that's going to be the southern sea otter, aka Anhydrolutris, which there's two ways that it stays warm, and the second one is going to freaking blow your mind like Oppenheimer just took residency up in there, okay? So the first one, though, is that their metabolism is fired up 24/7. They eat about 25% of their body weight. Stop moving. Every day. 25% of the body weight every day, right? They're constantly eating. Okay, fatty. Sorry. The second one is quiet, piggy. Sorry. The second one is that their fur is the densest fur on the planet. The densest. Okay? And by dense, I don't mean, oh, I have a thick head of hair, right? No, because your thick head of hair is so different. Your thick head of hair is about 1,000 hairs per square inch. Their thick head of hair is 1,000,000 hairs per square inch. We have 0.1% that they do, but they don't have it just on their head. It's all over their entire body. Okay, there's exposure points, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the paw pads, whatever, right? Okay, there's some exposure points, but all over there, all over 1,000,000 hairs per square inch. And this fur is so important for them to stay warm. Stop moving. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, but they're constantly diving for food. How do they, the hair must collapse and water touches their skin and stuff when they dive down, right? No! Water doesn't touch their skin. Right? I mean, for the most part, water doesn't touch their skin because their fur is so thick and they groom it constantly to keep it fluffy. And so when they dive down, the fur traps a layer of air underneath it. And so there's a layer of air between their skin and the outside of their fur, insulating them from the water. It's like a bubble suit that they dive with. They're bubble buddy. So if they, when you watch them dive down, you'll see little bubbles coming off of them, and that's the air like escaping the teeny tiny mishap pockets that their fur is not thick or like groomed enough, whatever. But oh my gosh, right? Isn't that mind-blowing? And when it comes to their paw pads, how they stay warm, most of the time they're uncovered and maybe a little cold. However, a lot of the time, sometimes, maybe a little bit of the time, they hold hands. And that keeps their paws warm. Isn't that cute? And that's when they form little, it's called rafts. When there's like a bunch of individuals hanging on to each other, it's called a raft. Okay? And there's boy rafts and girl rafts. They're like gender separated. Isn't that cute? It's like so adorable. But, okay, now how do the babies stay warm though? Is they have fur called lanuga, which is, I think that's how you pronounce it, lanuga. It's not specialized to them. We actually have it in the womb as a fetus, but it falls off like pretty much right after we're born. But lanuga is a specialized hair that is so fuzzy and so buoyant and thick that they genuinely can't dive even if they wanted to. They're literally like, they're corks at the surface of the ocean. They just to the top. If you ever tried to push one down, I don't know why you would try to push a baby sea otter down, but the pups just to the surface, right? So the moms dive down, gather food, and then come up to the surface, and their baby's just floating there, waiting for them. And that's how sea otters stay warm. Yeah, okay, bye.